the world of content creating should be always thought about as and I notice that everybody's into or.
So many times we're doing the right stuff, we're just doing way too little of it.
This exact formula is how we came up with all our business videos, okay? Every one of them.
They have a pain point that they want to solve, and they have a desired result that they want to achieve. And your content is what's going to bridge that gap.
Trying to think up content, I became the content. So you guys, I don't know what you do, but you need to be the content.
You see, the creator who understands the viewer best wins. And I can't overemphasize this point. To the degree that you understand who you're trying to reach is to the degree that you will start to stand out and get attention.
And each reel I do is always that same framework. Hook, value. You just think it's a TikTok. Like you're watching it. You don't even know you're watching an ad. And that's the secret.
What would your life be like if you didn't care what other people thought? You have inside of you the ability to make an impact.
This was absolutely ridiculous. I dressed in my husband's suit. We had a green screen. We just put a background as a filter, and that was what ended up being produced. That does not come natural to me, but I let the market dictate the content.
I've said this publicly. I think that everyone should invest as much of the money that they have available to them after their living expenses into buying as much information and skills as possible. And that's because skills are the ultimate hedge against inflation. It doesn't matter whether we're trading Bitcoin or seashells, if you are valuable, people will pay you.
And tip number one is start with who. Start with who. Whose attention do you want? See, when there's 5 billion people on the internet, that's a lot of opportunity, so many people to reach. But if you try and reach everybody, you end up reaching nobody. But actually, the more specific you get and the more clear you are on who exactly you're trying to reach, the easier it is to get attention. If you just post and you just think, man, I'm God's gift to the world, man. This real? This is gonna bless the world. I'm gonna really bless the people with this. And you just post it randomly thinking it's gonna reach everybody, it's gonna fall on deaf ears, it's gonna reach nobody. But if you post a reel and you know, I want to reach millennial single moms interested in entrepreneurship through Etsy, things just got a lot more interesting because of how specific your who has become. You see, the creator who understands the viewer best wins. This is actually a quote from me, which is a weird thing to say because obviously I just said it. But all I did was I stole it from some business guru. And the sentence is, the business owner who understands their target customer best wins. It's the same thing. That to the degree, and I can't overemphasize this point, to the degree that you understand who you're trying to reach is to the degree that you will start to stand out and get attention. So you got to answer these questions. When you understand the person you're trying to reach, what keeps them up at night? Write this down. Who are you trying to reach? But what are they worried about at night? What are they talking about at the dinner table? This is real. What language do they use? The reason why the competitor that you're looking at, why are they growing, is they might understand the target audience better, the viewer better, the customer better, and so it's resonating, but you're not communicating right because you're not speaking to people's fears or pain points or where that specific target audience is. The creator who understands the viewer best wins.
Now here's a bonus tip. Let's say you're someone that's like, well, Vanessa, I really want to create videos on topics that are very competitive. So how do I stand out? 2 tips that really helped me get my first 100K subscribers. Number 1, add the year to the title to increase the relevance. Because even if there is a YouTuber out there that has more views, more subscribers than you, the fact that you added how to do this in 2021 or in 2022 or whatever else, people are gonna be more inclined to clicking your video because it's more relevant. Number 2, add a differentiation point. Can you actually get someone the result faster without a certain pain point, or can it be niched down to a specific sub-segment? So instead of creating a video about how to meal prep, I'm gonna do a video about how to meal prep for busy vegan moms. That might get more clicks than a general video. Second one, let's say you're a gamer, you wanna do videos about gaming. Call of Duty Warzone, very, very saturated on YouTube. What I would do is I would say, Call of Duty Warzone, tips and tricks for beginners, a specific subsegment in 2022, relevant for this year, and to make it even more clear, I'll put it in parentheses, updated. So they know, click my video, it's better than everyone else's, it's relevant. Third one, how to wake up early in the morning. Very, very popular topic, but I'll say without an alarm, to make it even more better and juicier than all the other titles that they might be stumbling upon. This is how you might be able to stand out as a beginner, and this is how I did it when I started.
So this is one way. How many of you guys do an actual podcast? How many actually do a podcast? Okay. Podcast system is simple, but you got to stay consistent. You don't do one this weekend and you do the next one 7 weeks from now. You do it every week for it to work. So podcast, we do an episode with Jordan Peterson, gets 774,000 views. That's great. But then we do short clips that goes on other channels. This is a 2-hour interview, but we got 15 short clips out of it. The 15 short clips got 9.1 million views. Itself, the interview only got 774. The short clips got 9.1 combined, 9.9 million. At this point, it's over 10 million views. So that is a system. You do a long form, you hit up different topics, you cut them in different short clips. And by the way, this is just YouTube views. This is not TikTok. This is not Jordan Peterson putting on clips that he puts on Twitter all the time. This is not Instagram or Facebook. You put everything together, it's about 35 million views. I'm purely giving you YouTube data. And what does this pay? I don't know, $70,000, $60,000. Some of you guys know the numbers better than I do on what this pays. That's what the AdSense pays with YouTube. Now, some of you are saying, well, Pat, how long is it going to take me to get there? It's going to take a minute. We started in 2013. It's 2022. This is not like a one-year game plan you're going on. This is a 10-year run that you're making a commitment to. This is not a one-year commitment. If you're trying to hope that you get lucky and a video goes viral, we didn't get any luck for 3.5 years. Nothing happened for 3.5 years. Then boom, something took off.